In less than a month, farmers in Louisiana will begin planting corn, traditionally the earliest major row crop planted in Louisiana. But this year will be very different. Corn requires a good bit of nitrogen fertilizer, and prices for fertilizer are still climbing.
This year, fertilizer prices are through the roof. I've talked to several growers and several companies. They can't even book fertilizer prices ahead of time because the price is changing.
Foster says it is important farmers test their soil to get a clearer picture of their soil's fertility. Because of the high fertilizer cost, farmers should only use what is needed for their crops.
Only use as much as you need this year. This is not a year to try to build soil fertility in the soil. You want to just use the bare minimum for your crop needs.
Because corn requires nitrogen, yields can be effective if it is greatly reduced or eliminated.
Generally speaking, a 200 bushel corn crop generally requires 200 units of nitrogen. So if you cut that back, yield can suffer. But in my opinion, if fertilizer is limited, anything is better than nothing.
Herbicides are another important tool used by farmers in getting their fields ready to plant. Supplies of some popular herbicides are scarce, which is requiring growers to be cautious with their usage.
Growers over the years have been highly dependent on glyphosate and unlimited supply. This year we got to be a little bit more stringent in planning our glyphosate applications and making them count.
Because input costs are much higher this year, farmers will need a successful season to cover the cost associated with this year's crops. With the LSU Ag Center, this is Craig Gautreaux reporting.
Now, some experts believe it is a very strong possibility that fewer acres of corn will be planted this year in Louisiana and in the U.S. because of the high cost of nitrogen fertilizer.
Still to come on TWILA, the spirit of the farm is strong on the family farms across Louisiana.
We see a great example of that on a brand new TWILA Boost. Stay with us.